Alright, so to put this first equation into standard form, where x and y are on the same side and the constant's on the other side, the y is here, so all I would do is literally just add this 2x to both sides. Now, are 2x and y like terms? No, they're not the same variable at all, and so I can't combine them, so I will have 2x plus y equal 3, because those would cancel out. I have now put an equation that was in slope-intercept form into standard form. That's how easy that is, okay? I say easy, but really not, because a lot of people really have a hard time with these. Alright, let's look at this problem. To keep from it being in standard form, the y needs to be with the x. Remember, it's x, and then y, and then the equals, and then the constant. So my y is over here on this side, my x is positive over here. So I would add 13y to both sides. And x plus 13y is equal to 4. Now that is in standard form. C has several problems. First of all, it has fractions. Alright, it has a fraction. And then the y needs to be with the x. And the constant needs to be on the other side. And it doesn't really matter what you do first. But I would say you guys would probably like to get rid of the fraction. What would you multiply everything here by in order to get rid of that fraction? Yes, why do you say that? Why do you say 4? Because it's the only denominator, right? Yeah. So it has to be the common denominator if it's the only denominator. So I'm going to multiply this whole thing by 4. And when the 4's cancel here, I got 3x. And then 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. And 4 times 3y is 12y. Does that look better? Now that negative 8 needs to go on the right hand side, and that 12y needs to come on the left side. And you can add 8 to both sides to move the 8. And you can subtract the 12y from both sides to move the 12. What would you do first? It doesn't matter. What would you do first? The y or the 8? 8. Get rid of the 8. Alright, we'll do that. Let's get rid of the 8. Let me ask you a question. Are the 12y and the 8 like terms? Should I add those together and get 20y? No! 8 doesn't even have a variable, right? So I just have to write that 12y plus 8. Alright, so far so good. Got to keep going. Got to get the 12y with over the x, so what would I do to both sides?
Subtract 12y.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. So let's subtract it from both sides. So 3x minus 12y equals 8. Now I have this equation in standard form. I need my x, and then my y, and my equals constant term. It is very important in standard form that you can identify what's A and what's B and what's C. A is the number in front of x, B is the number in front of y, and C is the constant term by itself. Alright, so looking at this equation right here, 2x plus y equals 3, what is A? 2. It's the number in front of x. What is B understood to be? Since there's not a number written there, it's 1. And what's C?
3.
There you go. Alright, let's look at this problem right here.
A, B, C, X, Y, Z.
What is A? 1. Good, it's understood to be a 1. What is B? 13. Now I've got like 4 people telling me the answer. Are they the only ones that know the answer? I hope not. What's C?
4.
4. Alright, moving on down to this last one. I've got it in standard form. What's A?
3.
B?
12.
Negative 12.
Negative 12. And what's C?
8.
8. Those signs go with the terms, okay? Alright, I'm going to let you guys try these for dollars. Please put them in standard form. By the way, if standard form cannot have a fraction, guess what else it can't have?
Decimal.
A decimal. So what would you multiply this dude by to get rid of the decimals? Since they're all tenths. 10. Yeah, multiply the whole thing by 10 to get rid of all those things. Alright, see what you can do. Alright, next. No, you can just put Y. You don't have to put one Y, you can just put Y. But on this one, about the only thing you can do is add 4x both sides. Ready? Okay. Be right there since we finished this thing. Mm-hmm. Make that equal sign look like. Make that equals look like a. Yeah, like it. Yeah, good job. Subtract 3x from both sides. Good. And then we can't have a -3, so we put it in parentheses, multiply the whole thing by -1. Good. Bless you. Alright, guys, look right here too. If I start out with this problem, this is what somebody did a minute ago. I think Hannah. She subtracted the 2y, and she got this in one step. Is that the same as this? What property says the right and left hand sides can switch? Starts with an S.
Symmetric.
Symmetric. Teeter, come up to this one real quick.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mhm.
Bye.
$57x minus 43y equals 53. Good. What he did was he added 53 to both sides and subtracted 43y from both sides at the same time. Just to switch them out.
That was terrible.
Alright, I need for you guys to go real quick to page 261. No. Page 256. And see if you can do problems 5 through 7.
Just in your notes.
Green superhero. Yeah, him. Yeah.
The Grinch.
Alright, this is right now in what form?
Slope intercept.
Slope intercept. If I subtract 3x from both sides,
I got it wrong.
So did you.
but this can't be negative.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
So I multiply by -1, 3x minus y equals -7. Did anybody get that answer?
No.
No.
I did. I really
I wasn't
did.
done with the equation.
2 people.
I accidentally added. So somebody bad me. I accidentally added.
Alright, let's go over here. Shh. Let's go over here. Subtract 3x. -3x plus 2y equals 4. Again, I have a problem. It is negative. Can these two be negative? Can B and C have negatives? They can, okay? But A, not normally left that way. There you go.
Yeah, I got it right.
Thank you, ma'am. Alright, and then over here, this one was the simplest, I think. You may disagree. Don't have to do any sign changes. There it is.
What is? Oh, there. On the second one, before we paused it.
Would it?
No.
Why?
I thought the problem was 2y equals 3x minus 4.
Is it? I
I
copied it down wrong.
think
Yeah, he's right.
Good job.
This was a negative. So it's still a negative here, but it's positive there. Is that what you're saying?
This one.
Thank you very much. Anybody else? Questions, comments?
I haven't finished it.
Okay. So is this that hard?
No. You should give us a hard problem to do now.
What are you talking about?
You should give us just 3 homework problems.
Okay.
I think this is like kindergarten work, TBH.
Alright, I need you to copy these
Oh
down,
man.
and I need you
Wait.
to memorize these things, okay? Copy these down
I gotta memorize.
and memorize these things. This is still finding slope, x-intercept, and y-intercept, but it is not the same way as slope-intercept form, so copy these down. Okay, there is no way to know the slope with a standard form except to know this formula. That's it. If you've got standard form and you're going to keep it in standard form, then you've got to know negative a over b is how you find the slope. Now these other two are optional. Because if I just can't remember a little bitty formula, what could I do to find the y-intercept? What could I plug in for y? 0. If I just can't remember the little formula for the y-intercept, what could I plug in for x? 0. But this is not that way. I've got to know negative a over b is the slope. So I'm going to give y'all a quiz on these little formulas tomorrow. That'll be it. I'm going to ask you what standard form, how do you find the slope, how do you find the x-intercept, how do you find the y-intercept. Because if you come in here tomorrow and you don't know that, you might as well stay home.
That's gonna be like.
There's gonna be, yeah.
Alright, so let's look at this example right here. If this is my standard form, what's A? Come on, what's A? 2. What's B?
Negative
Negative 3. What's C?
Six.
And all I did is plug it in, guys. Look right here. Negative A. Negative
So that's
2.
all we have to do, like you're gonna put
Negative
like
2
the 2x minus 3y equals 6 and we just have to say like 2x is a,
On the quiz tomorrow,
yeah.
I'm going to ask you for these formulas. But yes, when we work a problem, you're exactly right. That's all you do. Negative 2 over negative 3 isn't a negative over a negative a positive. Okay? And then with x-intercept, C over A, 6 over 2 is 3. With the y-intercept, C over B, 6 over negative 3 is negative 2. And once you know those 3 things, can y'all still graph with the slope and the 2 intercepts? Sure. All day long. That's all we've been doing, right? Yes, sir.
How'd you get the negative 2?
All right, from right here.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
That's the only one. This is the only formula that's got a negative in it. Well, I take that back. With slope-intercept, negative b over m, right?
I'm gonna get those confused now.
Did y'all remember that? With the x-intercept, you did negative b over m. All right, with this, with slope, you do the same thing, negative a over b. But you know what people always mess up on in this problem right here? They'll say the slope is 2. I don't know. Quiz on this tomorrow, okay?
Even if it's
I'm gonna just stay at home and scream.
Tomorrow.